Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're down at the pitch for a solo training session, but we're going to do today's video slightly different to how we usually do. So for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you might know that I really enjoy trying out different types of football boots in my individual sessions. And I'm really grateful for the experiences I've had, the opportunities to work with brands and retailers where I get to try all of the latest boots. But usually what interests me the most when it comes to football boots is the less popular ones. I want the boots that aren't heavily marketed, that aren't heavily documented. I want to try them out for myself. They interest me a lot more. So I came across a pair of football boots down here in Australia. I'm currently traveling at the minute, and I had to try these out because they're from Asics, which is definitely a less popular brand in the football boot world. But I have tried Asics before and they were top quality. And some of the features on this boot really fascinated me, so I really wanted to get them on the pitch and try them out for myself. So I thought I'd share that experience with you guys. So first, let's take a look at these boots. So this is the standard Asics shoe box that the boots come in. And then on the side of the box, we have the name of the boots, which is the Lethal Testimonial 4IT. And I got them in the white champagne colorway, so it's more of a white and gold when you'll see them in hand. But the reason I've never seen or even heard of these football boots is because over the years they've become less popular on the feet of footballers, the football that you and I play, and they've become more popular on the feet of Aussie rules footballers, which is a sport unique to Australia, and also rugby players. So although they can be used for football, you rarely see it anymore. So that was even more of an incentive for me to try these out, because you hardly ever see them. So let's take a look at the boots themselves. So there they are. In my opinion, very good looking pair of boots in this white champagne, which looks more like a white gold. But the thing that caught my eye the most on these is, after picking them up, is how soft this kangaroo leather is in the forefoot. And as you guys know, kangaroo leather is almost a rarity, a luxury in today's football boot market. A lot of brands are stepping away from not only kangaroo leather, but leather altogether. So if you can find a pair of high quality leather football boots, you shouldn't pass up on the opportunity, because I'm sure it won't be long until we find it really hard to find these anymore. So not only a good looking football boot, but after I put it on my feet, incredibly comfortable, amazing fit. Of course, not until we move around in them will I know exactly how they respond to my feet. But first impressions were fantastic. And what's unique about these boots, and also something I'm really interested in trying, is this technology here. So if you can see there, it says HG 10 millimeters. So essentially it gives you a full centimeter heel lift, which is supposed to put you on your toes slightly, and over the course of a training session or a match, put less stress on the Achilles area, the calf, as well as the hamstrings. And as somebody who plays on the wing and runs a lot, I'm interested in trying this out for myself, because I'm putting a lot of load on those areas. So if I can reduce my risk of injury, increase my recovery time, that's going to be a game changer for me by wearing these football boots. So time will tell if that technology is something I notice. I'll give you that feedback throughout the video. But either way, really excited to try these out, just see how they perform, and ultimately see if they would go in my game day rotation. Because although I like to try out a lot of football boots, I'm quite particular in terms of what I choose when it comes to match day. So let's get these on feet and take them out for a spin. So all warmed up, just gonna have a sip of water because it's very hot today, and I thought I'd give you my first impressions of the boots. Very impressed so far. Comfort straight out of the box is excellent. Already feel the kangaroo leather molding to my feet, so really gives me that customized one-to-one experience. And as I wear them more and more and the leather warms up, it's only going to sculpt to the exact shape of my foot, so that's a huge plus. Overall fit is excellent, feel very locked in. The boots are lightweight and responsive as I'm moving around. So for me, when it comes to football boots, comfort is the #1 priority because you're on the pitch for a long time. Most of the match is spent without the ball. So although you might want grip elements or different technologies on the boot, if it doesn't feel right, you're not going to enjoy those boots, and it can actually cause you problems in the long run. So make sure your boots fit and feel good. That should be a #1 priority. But as I was moving around, cutting, fast feet, the boots were really responsive, lightweight, felt like the sole plate really clawed into the ground, and I really like this 10mm heel lift. Really felt like I was on my toes, so when I was sprinting, felt slightly more effortless, but I was already in that athletic position, and it only enhanced the feeling as I was clawing that ground away, striding and getting up to top speed. So far I'm really impressed with them, and I can't really notice any drawbacks right now. We're gonna get on the ball now to see how the ball feels at my feet, because after comfort, that is second on the list of priorities. I really like that barefoot feel. I like to feel connected to the ball when I'm dribbling, when I'm shooting. I want to feel the ball on my foot. So we'll see how that leather responds as I'm dribbling around. I'm gonna do some juggling, and then after that we'll do some finishing as well. But I'll drop in and give you some feedback after we've got some touches on the ball. So just got plenty of touches on the ball. The upper is really soft. I will say it's slightly thicker than what I personally prefer. I like to feel really connected to the ball and really sense it on each area of my foot. But if you like that really soft touch, these are incredible, and maybe they'll soften up even more. But when I have the ball at my feet, I just feel a little bit disconnected. So if the upper was slightly thinner, I would enjoy them even more. But they're not far behind the quality of a made in Japan Morelia or a Neo. So I'd really recommend them if you're looking for that style of boot. You like a more plush upper, maybe somebody who enjoyed the Tiempo line when they used to be leather. This reminds me a lot of the old Tiempos, but we're gonna finish the session with a few free kicks just to get some strikes on the ball. As you can see, the goalpost does not have a net on it. So the target today, I've put a shirt in that top corner, right where the stanchion is. So hopefully we'll get one close to it, or we'll get it on the bullseye. So just gonna take a few free kicks, and then we'll wrap up with some final thoughts. All right guys, so that's the training session complete and the play test of the Asics Lethal Testimonial 4IT, and I've got to say, really impressed with these boots overall. If it wasn't for the existence of the Morelia Neo 4, these might be at the top of my rotation because they offer a really comfortable, personalized fit. The leather is already sculpted to my foot shape, so it feels like these boots were designed for me. Really nice supple leather. I would prefer it to be a little bit thinner, which is why I would pick the Morelia Neo 4 over these, but these are going to be an excellent training boot, and especially with that 10mm heel lift, I can really feel it taking the pressure off my Achilles and my calf. So if I'm doing some sprint sessions and I want to save the legs a little bit, these are going to be a great one to have in the training bag. But I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time in these boots. The one thing I will say that might be a negative for you that play on artificial turf, these studs are a little bit longer. I think that's probably to suit the demands of rugby and Aussie rules, where you're going into maybe a shoulder to shoulder and really pushing the ground away at an aggressive angle. So they need studs that are going to dig into the ground. Didn't notice any problems whatsoever on grass. In fact, I really thought they helped me push the ground away. But I can imagine on one of the older artificial turfs that you might feel a little bit high off the ground and could suffer some instability there. So something to bear in mind if you're thinking about picking these up. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, a little bit different. As somebody who's not even heard of, let alone seen this type of football boot, it's really exciting for me to get to try something completely unknown. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see something a little bit out of the ordinary. Let me know in the comments section if you enjoyed this style of video and you want me to give a little bit more feedback on the types of football boots that I'm trying in my playtest videos, and I'll make sure I get around to doing more of them in the future. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.